You are listening to Apex1Radio. Stay with us for the best bet in the new wave of communication. Apex1Radio. Get informed, enjoy, and learn.
The world has become a global village. Whether you are in Europe, Asia, America, or Africa, you can be spotted and highlighted on Apex1Radio. Then you'll be at the top because on Apex1Radio, we stay at the top. This is Apex1Radio. You're listening to African Fiesta Number 31 coming to you from Ohio, United States of America. And of course, we are receiving Cameroonian actress Praxy Wara, who is based in Houston. And with her, we shall be discussing her movie career and, of course, the projects she has in the pipeline. Praxy Wara, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
So how is Houston today?
Houston is... I was going to say Houston is Houston, but no, it's cold for Houston levels, and it's a bit rainy.
Okay. But definitely you're having a nice time out there, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I'm loving it.
Okay.
It's a lazy day. It feels like a stay-in-bed type day.
Right. So, Praxy, you are a Cameroonian actress residing in the United States of America. And I understand that you recently did Swap, a movie produced by Bibish Elat and directed by Akeem Macaulay. Now, Tell us, how did you get on this project?
Well, being a member of the National Actors Guild of Cameroon, the USA branch, it gave me access to this opportunity. Well, but other than that, we definitely had to do auditions. We did monologues, which we sent in to the casting director. And so we actually were screened before we were assigned our roles. So that's it's one of the perks of being in NACAM, I should say, because that's how I came in contact with such talent.
Okay, that's beautiful. So, what character are you playing in this upcoming film, and did you enjoy playing that role?
Actually, I was a doctor. I think in real life and in imaginary life, it's always a pleasure to be a doctor. So I got that opportunity to be a doctor, and I enjoyed it. It's always fun to do something that's different for me.
Were you satisfied with your performance in that movie?
If I were to be vain, I would say yes, but no. I think every performance, every set is a new experience for me. Every new set, actually, it's a learning experience for me, and I always try to do better each time. So I was satisfied, but I think I could still do more. Right. I just believe there's no end to how much we can do.
And how did you find the experience with the other cast and crew members of SWAP?
They were really very friendly because most of them I probably have interacted with them just online, but I got to encounter them and meet them, and they were friendly and warm and receptive, and they also showed good team spirit. I mean, they didn't hesitate to help where they could. It was more of a family type thing. Everybody had one common goal to make sure we succeed. So it was pretty impressive.
Right. Okay, Praxy, we are talking about SWAP because it is the most recent job you did, if I am getting it right. But perhaps you would have started this career of yours way back. Could you just take us back to when this all started?
Okay, it's going to be a little... Do we have time?
We do.
Go ahead. I'll try to be brief. I know when I was a kid, I participate in nursery school things. I remember participating in a play, and in primary school, I always used to go to this TV show, Kitty's Corner.
Right.
And when they did plays, I took part in things of that nature. That, if I'm saying, that's my unofficial beginning. But I took a break because I just love seeing what was on TV. I officially joined acting and I finished college. So I was in University of Yaoundé, and when I finished, I was job hunting.
Okay.
And while I was job hunting, which we all probably know how long it is to job hunt,
right,
I picked up acting. That was probably 2002. So I can say, yeah, wow, it's been that long, huh? About 14, 15 years.
Wow.
That I joined acting troops. We're going around schools doing plays, and then NACAM also started. It was later, maybe 2003 or 4, I joined them.
And since then, just how much have you done? Apart from SWAP, in which other movies have you featured or starred in?
Okay, the dates may be a little foggy right now, but I know I did Peace Offering. That was directed by Amaya Uzo. And Patience Uzoko was also in it. That was in Cameroon. I think it was about 2003.
Yeah.
I took part in Peace Offering. And then in 2004, that was a Cameroonian movie, The Giant Broom.
Okay.
Produced, directed by Awa Oliver. And then The Widow's Tears, Mr. Chop Samuel. My memory is flooding back to me. And then in 2007, that was in Houston, The Governor's Gift.
Okay.
And The Bet. I took a brief, I'll call it hiatus, or went on a search of myself.
Okay.
Things of that nature. And most recently, I think the love of the art never dies. You could stop it, but the craving keeps coming up. So that's something that you always want to be a part of. So I couldn't stop it any further, and I went back to, that's what I did, SWAP, and I also did an upcoming movie. All this is in 2014, Dolo and the Senator. It's due to be released soon. I'm sure most of our Cameroonians have seen or heard about it.
Right.
But it's by the end of this month, we'll do our premiere of that movie. And then I also went to Nollywood, I just think Africa is one. And I did, it's a television series that is coming up, Bayou City Kings.
Since you just mentioned Dolo and the Senator, which will be launched or premiered on January the 30th this year, I just want to grab this opportunity to find out more about your involvement in this project. How did you get on board this project, and which character are you playing?
I'm the sister to the protagonist. I'm Dolo's sister. And how it got about, it just started as it's Dolo's labor, well, I wouldn't call it Dolo, Ada. It's her labor of love, and I was willing to assist her in any way possible. So initially, I would just be on set to help wherever help is needed, because in my opinion, it's teamwork makes lighter work. So that's how I was doing it. And then she also asked me to take up the part for her sister. And I did. I didn't see any. All I can say is yes. So I moved from assisting on set to assisting with makeup, little things of that nature. And then I participated in it.
Now, in 2003, you did a Peace Offering, which is one of the first movies that had a joint cast with Nigerian and Cameroonian actors.
Yes.
And I would imagine that it was quite a challenge to you, because that was kind of your debut. You were just entering the field. How did you find that experience? And would you consider that as one of the major challenges you faced in this profession so far?
Yeah, it was actually a challenge going to the location, for one, because we had to leave town and go to Bafoot, and that had to be every day. It could only be the love of something that make you drive that far or get a cab to go that far. And then there were so many people who had come for the audition from far and wide. So it was a crowd. Some people were staying in the camp, but I kept on going back home. At the end of the day, it was long days. that was a challenge. But then my parents realized this thing must mean a lot to you. Are you not scared? Are you not bothered? Do you have to go that far? But I say it's something that I like. And then what it was, I saw so much talent, and then you saw the professionals, and then you're going for an audition. Then at some point you'd stop to wonder, will I be picked in all this cluster? Would I participate? But then it doesn't matter. That's when we learned about there's no rule that it's a big or a small role, technically. Because it's everything that comes together to make the movie. The movie would not work without. Then we called it Wakapas. I don't know what it's called now, but
right.
You can't have a street that is bare. That it has to be as true to life as possible. So every aspect adds on. So it was that in my mind, and to me, it was an experience to see how it's done, to see how those movies, which I always watch on TV, are done. And that's when I learned a lot about makeup too, because at some point I was with his name was Matthew. I don't remember his other name, but I saw how he created wounds and he put the camwood on us and did all that stuff. So it was fun because I enjoyed all that was happening, and I learned. And I also learned to cope with hunger, because sometimes we go for long. Oh my God, with the sun and the dust and no food. Food would come, but not when we needed it, like there and then. So yeah, it was a kind of training experience, I would say. That was challenging.
And is the fact that you had some established actors from Nollywood, Patience Ozoko, Nonso Diobi, Pet Ine, for instance, taking part in that production, did that kind of cause some excitement in you as well?
I'd be lying to say because I took lots of pictures, honestly. I was excited, especially to see Patience. Although previously, I think in the days prior to that, we had done a stage play in the Congress Hall with her.
Okay.
So I'd already had some kind of interaction with her and with the director, Amayo Uzo. So that the starstruck thing was broken fast for me. And then I realized when you're acting, they forget about being a big actor. I'm a this. Everybody is just focused on getting the work done. They don't care how high or how low you are. We just team up and do it successfully. So after a while, of course, from time to time, I'll still glances when they are not in character, just to see how they function regularly. And it was thrilling. It was good.
Right. Okay, a while ago you told me that you love playing a medical doctor in movies. Are there some roles you really wouldn't want to be associated with?
Now, I would do, listen how it comes out. I would do anything except nudity.
Okay.
That's. I don't think there's any price to negotiate with that one for me.
Exactly.
So there may be suggestive nudity that I might consider, but typically no.
But
other than that, as an actor, I should be able to adapt to whatever is brought my way if I'm taking it.
Right. And having been in this thing for 1.5 decades, you should definitely be able to assess who a good actor is. When you sit back and watch your works on the screen, what do you think make them palatable? What makes you a good actress?
A good actress is someone who can take directions. As someone who is respectful, as somebody who is punctual, as somebody who is professional. It's fun to act, but we should keep in mind it's a job. It's a production. You're showing your finest. So for me, a good actress or actor shouldn't show up and not know a thing about your lines, or basically come up with all your ego. You check your ego at the door and come in ready to get dirty. And I actually learned this from stage productions, because when you're doing stage productions, we are actors. Some people will be narrator. We also set the stage and we change. So you're involved in everything. There's nobody who is too frail to move a chair. Everybody is involved. And that aspect, being able to kick your shoes off, roll up your sleeves and get dirty, that to me makes a successful production, and that to me is a good actor.
As a good actor, you should be ready to leave your ego at the door, come in and ready to get dirty. Her name is Praxy Wara, Cameroonian actress based in Houston, United States of America. And of course, she's been in the art for the past 15 years. She's speaking on African Fiesta, the 31st edition. And so, this is Apex1 Radio. Let's go back to Houston, Texas, and continue this radio conversation with Praxy. Praxy, once again, you're welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Now, Praxy, let us look at this together. If you must play in a movie, how should that script look like?
Okay, script writers, please don't pay me mind. But I'm pulled to the beauty of language. When I read a script, I want to be excited. I want to be so willing to say those words, say how the words are played. That draws my attention. If it's just boring, drab conversation or dialogue, or that won't pull me. And another thing, a script should be authentic. It shouldn't be like a replica of, oh, I've seen this before, I've heard this kind of story before. It shouldn't be the same, because life really has so many things that can be represented. So a script should be authentic, and it should have an end. It should have a goal or a destination. It shouldn't just, okay, let's say I read a script, I don't want to get to the end and go, like, what? I don't want to be left, not even wanting left hanging. Not in an element of suspense. I want the script to be able to soar me through different kinds of emotions. Let me be one with the story. That's how I like scripts to be written.
Right.
And so help me God, I hope I finish some of the stories I start to write. I may be able to show what I mean by a script should have a destination.
Right. But Praxy, I would also imagine that when you talk about the beauty of language, you are not just referring to English or French, which are official languages of your country, but perhaps also other languages. Now, if you have to use some African mother tongue, and you have to go through the pains of rehearsing or studying that mother tongue to be able to deliver on set, would you find that worthy?
I love languages. I'm always eager to learn a new language. So that would actually be more intriguing. The more challenging it is, I think I'd bring out my best the more I'm challenged. So yeah.
Okay.
As long as I know what I'm saying, though.
I like that. The more she's challenged, the more palatable the story becomes. Her name is Praxy Wara, Cameroonian actress based in the United States of America, precisely in Houston. Praxy, you are not going away yet. Just stay with us.
Okay, I'll be here.
Choisi, oui c'est choisi. L'amour que j'ai pour toi n'a pas de prix.
This is African Fiesta number 31. We are speaking with Praxy Wara, Cameroonian actress based in the United States of America. And of course, she is a member of the National Actors Guild of Cameroon, USA branch. Praxy, tell us, how has being a member of NACAM added value to your career?
Well, for starters, SWAP. But other than that, I've met and interacted with some fun and talented people in the field. And it's given me a chance also to bring our country in the limelight, to foster our own movies, because typically most people know Nollywood, and lately Gollywood. So, and I would say I also have promoted Nollywood and Gollywood movies. Like, also, have you seen this? Have you seen this? But as much as I would say about them, I'd like to be able to do that for our own. Charity begins at home.
Right.
So for now that I'm able to talk about our own movies based on the fact that I know about them and I'm involved with a group of people whom I see are going somewhere, that to me is, it gives me some sense of fulfillment to make ourselves noticed. We have talent, and we just need to keep forging on. And that's me. I'm proud to actually say I'm a Cameroon actress. Instead, I'll say, oh yeah, I'm in Nollywood, and then that used to seem to be a perk. But I'm actually proud to own my country and bring it out.
Proudly Cameroonian, Praxy. So tell me,
Yes, indeed.
what are some of the challenges you face as a Cameroonian actor in the diaspora, apart from just the usually tight work schedules?
Yeah, that work schedule of a thing. But
she puts it in a better way. That work schedule of a thing.
Yeah. Apart from that, well, I think I would say we, because I don't think this challenge pertains only to me.
Right.
Marketing and publicity. That is an issue. We have great products, but sometimes it's people. We want to make a movie, but we've not envisaged how we intend to market it, because our craft and our art is our talent, and we need to be paid for working that way. So marketing would be a good strategy, and publicity. And publicity is about us promoting ourselves first before we expect the next person to do it.
Okay.
That is something that I am working on, and something that I hope my other brothers and sisters embark working on as a whole, because if we don't build ourselves up first, what do we expect of the stranger? And this may be minor. I don't know if it applies to men or women, but gossip and unhealthy competition as an actor, it's very divisive. Instead of tearing ourselves apart, we should seek to help each other grow. If my sister shines, I'm proud to say that's my sister, I can associate. So it doesn't take anything away from me if somebody else achieves something. It actually boosts me up. And I'm thinking that's something we need to learn, or something we need to grow. And I know people have their individual goals, and I guess people are selfish in a good way, but it can get extreme. And that's the extreme, which is challenging. We have to be able to separate the two.
Okay, Praxy, we are about to run off this interview, but I would like to say that the president of the National Actors Guild of Cameroon, USA branch, Terence Limunga, is a faithful listener of this show, and of course, other members of that group. So they are listening to you at this moment. If you have something to tell them, what would that be?
If they're listening to me, I hope they're loving me at this moment. And this is the new year, so let's get more involved, and let's bring up more scripts. And everybody's opinion matters, and we should continue with our spirit of a family that we have, but we should not forget we've got a lot of work to do. So while we're busy enjoying ourselves as family, we should keep our eyes on the prize, because we need to make a name for ourselves.
Right. And who are some of the Cameroonian movie actors today who kind of inspire you, and why?
Today, as in the past, I really will hang on to Samuel Vuga. I guess they call him Grandpa. Some people know him as Grandpa.
Right. Samson Vuga.
Yeah. Samson. Thank you.
Right.
Because he's so fully absorbed in whatever role he has. I'm transfixed watching him or listening to him, and that's where I got an inspiration to be able to take whatever is given to me and handle it jealously with so much care and make the best of it. And then there is Mr. Chop. He's a good teacher.
Right.
I should say I learned a lot of about memorizing. He's exceptional, and he trained me well with that too. And then as far as here, I can't pick one of my brothers and leave the other, because I think all together we do a good job all together. So Nakam as a whole, we have people with specific talents, and as a team we all do a good job. For example, I was on set with Bibish, I admired how she could sway from the camera back to character and from character back to camera. That was admirable to me. And she not at all bothering about her own self. Like she keeps herself away and focuses on the activity. And no, I'm about to start dropping names now. And my sister, the list goes on. It's a long list. I really admire the people so far I've had a chance to work with, and Takatani, and those whose films I have watched, and Edith and Beatrice, and the president himself, and whom do I leave behind?
Okay, definitely she's leaving nobody behind. And so, Praxy, it takes a lot of endurance to be in this business for 15 good years. And if you've been able to endure this past while, it means you were actually born to do it. So, it also means that you are ready to stay in it. Let us look at Praxy in the next 15 years.
Praxy in the next 15 years. For a brief moment, I did some math and see how old I'd be then. But that's by the way.
So what are
your
ambitions?
In the next 15 years, I look forward to getting more involved in the movie industry, more involved than previously. Because previously I'd show up and then I'd disappear. But this time I intend to be consistent and to grow. And both here and back home, actually, because I know back home we love it, but it's not fostered as much as it could be. Basically, sometimes we don't have sponsors, or sponsors are skeptical. They don't want to take their money, and much as they love to watch the movies on TV, they don't have much faith or trust in the art.
Okay.
So if I can create an awareness, it's also a trade. It may not be someone being a lawyer or somebody being a doctor or anything of that nature or a teacher, but it should not be discredited. It's something that it tells a story. It's like it captures our society, especially at whatever time. So that's something that I want. I'm hoping I'd create an awareness of, especially to the older generation. The younger people, they're doing whatever they want to do, but we need the appreciation and the support of the older people. So we have to create an awareness. And that way, another way to do it is by telling stories or acting films that convey a message. And another thing is by acting films that will break all the stereotypes, negative stereotypes, by the way, that people have about Africa, about our country, or the things that they see on the TV and and online. They don't see our own realities as they really are.
Okay, do movies that break negative stereotypes, movies that convey positive messages there. The voice of Praxy Wara, Cameroonian actress, running off this radio conversation. Praxy, I want to thank you so much. But before you go away, you have potential fans and sponsors, producers who would definitely love to work with you eventually. And if they want to reach you, how can they do that?
Oh, actually, I have Facebook. I have some Facebook moments when but you can find me on Facebook. My name is Miss P. It's not spelled the typical way because Facebook wouldn't allow that.
Right.
So my Miss is spelled M-Y-S-S instead of M-I-S-S.
Okay.
M-Y-S-S, and my first name P-E-E for Praxy. So Miss P. I can be reached on Facebook, and it's the same name on Instagram.
Okay.
Miss P.
Okay. So,
and one more thing, I do advertise, or I help other people with projects or releases, and that way people could post their own movie project on the House of Pain. That's who is on Facebook. Pain as in P-A-Y-N-E. We're not using I in any of this.
Okay. The House of Pain.
Yes, House of Pain.
House of Pain advertising platform. You can reach her on Facebook at Miss P. Miss is MYSS. Then P is PEE. That is on Facebook. Same thing on Instagram. And if you have any movie products you want to advertise, to contact Miss P. She will do that for you. Thank you so much, Praxy, for accepting this radio talk on Apex One Radio.
I'm more than happy to be here. I'm grateful. I'm honored, actually, that you considered interviewing me. The pleasure is all mine.
Okay. So, do have a fantastic rest of the day out there in Houston. And may God bless you.
Absolutely. You too. Bye-bye.
L'amour que j'ai pour toi n'a pas de prix. Et choisi, oui, c'est choisi. Tu m'amènes jusqu'au paradis. Et que je fais pour que ma vie déborde de l'eau? Et quand j'ai soif, ton amour me donne de l'eau. You're still the one who make me happy, baby. Tu es le seul qui me rend crazy, baby. Tu es le seul que j'aime, t'es le seul que j'aime. Ton amour est une flamme et c'est toi que j'aime. Ah mon bébé.